In my previous video, we talked about overconsumption in the curly hair community and how constantly buying new products isn't always the solution. This topic connects closely to something that's extremely popular online: hair growth. Hair growth content is an undying trend in social media. Everywhere you look, there are new tips, routines, oils, supplements, and secrets promising faster growth. And when you see those videos over and over again, it can start to make you feel like your hair simply isn't growing. But in many cases, that assumption isn't actually true. Most people's hair is growing. The real issue is often something called length retention, which simply means how well you're able to keep the hair that grows from your scalp without it breaking or becoming damaged along the way. I remember going through this myself after cutting my hair, dealing with damage. In previous videos, I've talked about some of the hair mishaps I've experienced over the years, including color damage and heat damage that eventually led me to having to cut my hair. At that point, I wanted my hair to grow back as quickly as possible. I tried every trick I came across online because the idea of waiting months or even years for length felt frustrating. At one point, around 2015, the inversion method started going viral. If you've never heard of it, the idea was that you could increase hair growth by flipping your head upside down and massaging your scalp for a few minutes every day. I remember trying it once and almost immediately thinking, this is ridiculous. I had a moment where I asked myself, what am I doing and why am I stressing about this so much? That moment actually helped me realize something very important. Constantly worrying about hair growth can actually make you feel like your hair isn't growing at all, even when it actually is. When you're checking your hair every day, measuring it constantly, or jumping from one growth hack to another, it becomes easy to lose perspective. What helped me step away from that mindset was focusing less on chasing growth tricks and more on maintaining a healthy routine that supported my hair over time. I also found it helpful to have one small habit that gave me reassurance that my body and hair were getting the nutrients they needed. For me personally, that ended up being collagen peptides. I'm not someone who enjoys taking pills, and supplements like gummies can become expensive over time. Collagen powder was something simple that I could add to my daily routine without thinking too much about it. The point isn't that collagen is some kind of miracle product. The point is having a simple habit that supports your overall routine without turning hair growth into something you stress about every day. When you combine that kind of consistency with a healthy curly hair routine, gentle styling, proper moisture balance, and protecting your ends, you naturally improve your ability to retain length over time. It's also important to remember that hair health is connected to overall health. Things like maintaining a balanced lifestyle, staying hydrated, exercising, and keeping up with your yearly physical can all play a role in supporting healthy hair growth. Interestingly, I've noticed something similar when watching weight loss journey videos on YouTube. I enjoy these videos for motivation. And one thing I always notice is that many of the women documenting their progress don't just lose weight. They also end up gaining noticeable hair length. Their focus is on improving their health and fitness, and their hair growth is almost happening quietly in the background. That's a good reminder that when your body is healthy and your hair routine is consistent, growth often happens naturally over time, even when you're not obsessing over it. Hair growth is a slow process. Most people's hair grows about half an inch per month on average. That means real visible length takes patience. But if your hair is healthy and you're minimizing breakage, those inches do add up. And if you're someone who really wants immediate length while your natural hair continues growing, there's nothing wrong with using temporary options like curly hair extensions. They can give you the look you want while your hair continues to grow at its own pace. At the end of the day, healthy hair habits will do more for your hair growth goals than constantly chasing viral tricks. If you want more curly hair education and routine ideas, you can also check out my blog and Pinterest boards where I break down curly hair routines and product inspiration in more detail. I also have a blog post where I documented my own hair growth journey, including a few photos over time and some of the products that have worked well for me along the way.